Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We have a 2v2 for you all here on Diersdorf, I believe this one is called, on the workshop. I was told this is potentially a very high skill game, so we might see a lot of very different action here. Let's go through the players. Representing the Axis, you have Rachel playing as the Waffen-SS without commander choice yet. You have Muru going straight for Panzer Division for the Wehrmacht. Representing the Soviets, we have Smokey as Tank Destroyer for the Soviet Union. Well, they're obviously the Soviet Union. And we also have Blockmaster as Rifle Division for the Soviet Union. So Tank Destroyer and Rifle Division. That's a pretty good mix. Let me just check if I'm recording. I've had a lot of crashing issues recently because I think my drivers have not been updated. So I have updated them now and hopefully we'll not have a bug splat today. I really hope not. If not, I'll have to wait until another day when this will actually work. Oh my god, those sappers got mowed down so fast by those Storm Pioneers. Because this entire road is negative cover. That's gonna make that really dangerous. Need to see how it all turns out. Pioneers pushing up here on the conscripts. Conscripts will generally do okay if they're behind cover at medium to close range, but we'll have to see what happens here. Those Pioneers get some very good shots there on the conscripts. So it will secure this fuel, but they don't have the connecting point yet. More Soviet troops are coming onto the front line here. Now Blag is playing his rifle, which means they can sustain a lot more losses than the Germans can. Need to see how they work out in the long run. Constance quickly running down here, but they're being chased. We also have a commander choice here from Rachel. It is Sturm. Going for more Sturm Grenadiers. Oh, the conscript is waiting. He's trying to hunt down the conscript here. But he doesn't know where they are. I think he might have realized it's behind there. There we go, right up close. Shooting a scared Russian man who was very afraid. Grenadiers are going to be engaging with the Frontoviki here. Much more high-quality infantry for the Soviets, and well, basic infantry. Definitely better than conscripts, that's for sure. Can definitely put the fight to the Germans, I mean. But Storm Pioneers are flanking! And they're gonna have really good shots here. Molotov went out though, but that's not gonna help them. Soviets will definitely take a lot of damage here. Soviets are gonna need more troops on the field. They are getting a maximum out early there. More Frontoviki come out for the Rifle Company, or Rifle Division rather. Looks like the Soviets are just in full retreat. Frontoviki trying to hold up here by the graveyard. Molotov in the building. It's negative cover out there, so they are easier to hit. But looks like the Storm Pioneers were lucky. Storm Grenadiers flanking. Grenade going out. Good grenade. Looks like the Storm Grenadiers are going to take on the fight here. They are better skilled and they are more expensive troops, but they're suffering heavy losses here. Might not have been the best move to try and stick it out. That's a dead Frontoviki, I think. Yep. But the Storm Grenadier died, and that's, I think, in the Soviets' favor. Or Soviets preparing for a push up here. Barbed wire been set up by the Waffen-SS. Oh, not the Waffen-SS, the Wehrmacht. Dura calls. We have a fight here somewhere in probably Eastern Germany or somewhere in Poland. Hard to tell sometimes. Definitely looks like a nice little suburb or nice little town. And been quite peaceful until both armies started to show up. Frontoviki are moving up, but there is a machine gun in here. It is an MG44. And that might have to be an MG42. That would definitely be a problem for the Soviets. Yeah, MG42. Scopes doing gewehr being equipped here. On the Grenadier anyway. So it's pulling back, but the Soviets had secured the southern flank here. So the Waffen-SS took some pretty heavy loss by losing that Sturm Grenadier. The Soviets are going to be able to hold this southern part of the map. Maxim setting up here. That's definitely going to give the Soviets some firepower. Let's see. We also have a Kampkraft Center early here for Racial. Looks like they're already upgrading the veterans here on their infantry. Fascinating. And they now are tier 1, so they are able to get better infantry or upgrade their manpower income. Let's see. But the Soviets are just healing up back at the base for the most part. MD-42s are being equipped on the Sturm Grenadiers. They give them a lot of stationary firepower. Want to take a flank in the Wehrmacht position, killing the MT-42. Pretty big deal. Pack 36 on the field. Molotov going out. Explosive overshot. Might be the opening the other Soviet forces were waiting for. So the Germans are having to fall back now. The Soviets are starting to show up with all their power of attrition. By just having more and more men. Commissar infiltrated. Unique officer ability if you're playing as Rifle Division. Pretty damn potent to have. Good grenade. Didn't kill a lot though, but the Maxim is suppressing. So all these German troops are in big trouble. Good grenade, but didn't kill them. Soviets are running the German positions. No surprise this early in the game. Soviets can be pretty damn potent early on. And the Maxim set up to cover the other flank. Most of the Grenadiers are going to try and flank it though. They have to retreat. Probably realizing the flank or something. Germans are definitely not in the best spot at the moment. Wonder what Racial is planning. They might be planning to get some other infantry like the 2nd SS Panzer Grenadiers, or even some Stormtroopers. Depends on what they fancy. MG42 here again for the Wehrmacht. Definitely finding a lot of issues, but Maxims are setting up. Commissars nearby. That conscript squad. Artillery called in on the MG42. So this market is now officially in Soviet hands. Waffen-SS is being located to the north, with the Sturm Grenadiers quickly moving up. They definitely provide a lot more of a threat to these Sturmpai, these Frontovigi. And the 42 being used to target the Maxim. But they have to kill that Maxim somehow. That's suppressing their advance.
We have a new scout car.
2-2 on the fields, or 2-1. It's gonna become a 2-2, I'm pretty sure.
Ready for action.
Grenadiers taking heavy losses. Soviets are mining the central point here. More Maxims moving into the town. Guards on the field now to deal with German light vehicles, already armed with the PTRS, semi-automatic anti-tank rifle. Sturm Gewehr is equipped on the Sturm Pioneers. They're heading for the church. Central point, but we'll give them a target for a lot of rifles and machine guns. There's one on the flank here. The Badeladnung. That Maxim. Market is definitely showing a lot of action.
Let's go, comrade. Send orders.
And a lot of fighting. Looks like the Commissar has set up a fort base here. Might be a little bit too hasty, I'd say. Because I think unless the Soviets can pull this guards up there, I think the Germans might be able to stop this HQ from being set up properly. We even have some Panzer Grenadiers present to support the 2-1. Even throwing a blend corps away at the Maxim, good to see. 2-1 is being suppressed with high armor piercing incendiary. Artillery called in on the German positions. MG42 rushing up. Oh, it's propaganda artillery. That's going to potentially suppress the German infantry. 2-2 is very dangerous. This is definitely quite an intense match already. It generally is on the Eastern Front. Mthis rushing up. MG42 is... no man, it didn't have the time to change targets. Has to be low too. Right on the Panzer Grenadiers, almost killing them. Panzer Grenadiers dead.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Valonian battle group called in briefly. Not looking good here for the Germans. Molotov on the MD-42. Killing and destroying the Maxim.
An MG.
Not the Maxim, the MD-42. Command Panzer 2 looks on the fields. Giving the Germans double autocannon. I think the Soviets have to abandon this position, and they are. They're getting out of there. Commissar leading the advance towards the HQ. Lots of Molotovs and rifle fire still going on the southern flank. Soviets have to set up a Maxim position here to cover the southern flank. Not a Maxim, I think that's actually a Dushka.
Now available.
Yeah, heavy machine gun. And forward HQ is going up in smokes here. He's 70 on the field. Light Soviet AT gun. Oh, good shot on the Mthis. Almost destroying the Panzer II Luke's command tank. Pack 36 being recruited. The Germans now control the fuel again. Oh, not looking good there at all. Will the Pack 36 be able to pierce the T-70? That's a good question. Valonians are flanking around. Looks like they managed to get around. One of them managed to get around, but they're retreating.
Destroy a structure.
Pack 36 taking a shot. Good penetration. Almost killed the C-70. Command Stuk also in the field. Well, technically this is an artillery observation Stuk. Observation vehicle, basically. To coordinate the artillery behind the line. Need to see how well it turns out for them. See, we have a light infantry ships coming in for Sturm. Maxim suppressing the Germans at the center of the road. This town is seeing a lot of fire. So we're preparing to push up again. Players going over the front line, giving the Soviets a good opportunity to see what the Germans are doing. This is definitely a hectic fight in this little Polish town. We'll just call it the Polish town. D-70 is going to repairs. Observation Stuk moving up, Panzer 2L behind. So it's driven 80 gun somewhere, but it's down here. Well, field gun to be exact. Oh, grenade inside the building. Grenadiers are armed with scopes. Sturmgewehr, a one scope Sturmgewehr with a vampire scope. Basically an infrared scope the Germans used in the Second World War. Oh, we also have some Siberian troops on the battlefield now. Turrets are pulling in a lot of unique things. Being equipped with scoped SVT as well as DPMs shortly.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
A lot of various Soviet troops. Artillery called in here by the graveyards.
The enemy has killed
E-manning the SIS.
squad.
D-70 needs repairs, not a SIS coming onto the field. Armored Fist being prepared by the tank destroyers. Also, there's T-34, I completely missed that. T-54 will definitely be a problem for the Germans to deal with. The Wehrmacht is still fighting in the center here with the Stuk. Balloons are pushing up towards the T-34. This is definitely a good and hectic match, that's for damn sure. But if you can trying to get some shots in, hitting the building with the conscripts in instead. Oh, they're trying to destroy the SIS. Not really working out that well with the AT, with the flak gun at that range, and with the autocannon. We need to be closer. There's another assist nearby. 54 coming up the main road. Stuk is nearby. Su-88-5 coming onto the field. Soviet tank destroyer. Flammenwerfer as well on these Storm Pioneers. They're sending everything in. Oh, there's a mine. 80 gun taken care of.
Supply half tank is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Stunning it and making it easy to penetrate with the flamethrower.
Forces capturing Spearhead.
Building with the Maxim going now.
Suffering vehicle losses.
Man, this poor town is getting ruined.
Is falling into enemy hands.
This is a lot of fighting. Let's see if Mthis is finally taken up again. Going straight for tier 3. Well, they had tier 2, I missed that. Mthis troops are in the church. Good shot there from the Sis. Wonder if we'll see the Polish resistance, because I'm pretty sure Tank Destroyer gets access to the Polish resistance. Yeah, one of the Polish resistance armies anyway, the one from Krakow. I'm pretty sure. E-70 is gonna be shipped. Yeah, oh, it actually deflected a Pack 40 shot. That's impressive. But not the second. Gearbox Panzer moving up again. Mthis and Avalonian troops are pushing upwards. Still mines. Looks like the Sis and the Light Infantry have a duel going on. Su-85 on the field. This thing has no anti-infantry capability apart from a single high explosive shell. Great assault going out, that's good. If the Germans could get an MG42 inside that church, that would be a very good Overwatch position. Very intense fight. Australia is throwing a grenade, they have to pull out of there though. Maxim down. After this, are still unable to secure that fuel point. And the Soviets are pushing up again at large. That's lots of fun for Vicky. Oh, Sis got a flank shot. That's a dead Panzer 2. Good high explosive on the pack, but they died. Stormtroopers on the field now. League squad available to all Waffen-SS commanders from the first tier building. So that will be this one, tier 1. Can be armed full of Sturmgewehrs as we see. Generally is what people go for it with them. So the fighting is dying down a little bit after the initial engagements here. Was a lot of combat very short in short succession. HQ set up here by the Soviets. On my side, I reckon they're fighting from the front line here. Still no officer from the other Soviet player. Still being shot at. After the troops are preparing for us, move southwards. They clear out the bunker. That's going to be a lot of movement they can use. Second Commander 2 looks flanking. Stormtroopers is finally falling back. But Mthis is pushing aggressively down here. This is in trouble.
The enemy has silenced one of our anti-tank guns.
This is definitely very different from other matches we have. Officer arriving there for propaganda text again. Looks like this is a captain, I think. Until we call in on the Germans up here. But the Mthis has overrun part of the southern flank here, so the Soviets have to set up to cover this. They have a guard unit available. And Siberians in the center. T-34 commands the fields. Looks like they're gonna try and scavenge the Sis here to deny to the Soviets and give themselves some extra munitions. And there they go, some extra supplies. Until we call in the next Soviet forward position. Called in from the Biobox Panzer. Sis down. Oh. Not looking that good for the Soviets. Soviets need more troops on the front line. Here's the second T-34. Armored Fist also being upgraded here for Blockmaster. They might be going for KV-1. Panzer IV J arriving. He has arrived here for the Waffen-SS. Stug coming up behind it as well. Light infantry gun has actually proved pretty useful. 22 kills. It's kind of good in this kind of environment, I think. MT-42 in this building, good choice. They'll have to cover a lot of ground. Isu-85 still present. That'll definitely be a threat to the German tanks. Look, I believe can be armed entirely with high explosives. Yes, it can. That's an infantry killer, basically. So its position is in jeopardy. I think they need some kind of arm on the northern flank. It's just too much to deal with fighting against the Panzer Division. More sisters are arriving though. Soviet armored push southwards here. Tap us on the back with flamethrowers. But you can actually ride your tanks if you're playing as Soviets. High explosives being loaded, aim for the Sturm Grenadiers. Good shot. Isu-85's nearby. No penetration. Good shot from the Panzer IV J. T-34 getting close, loading a heat shell. Oh, aim for the infantry gun. Well, that's a good use of the tank riders. But T-34 goes down. Isu-85 should probably get out of there. Oh, they are mowing down this squad though. Panzer IV J got it. Another Isu-85. KV-1 is indeed coming out for the Rifle Division. Pretty damn heavy tank. Early war heavy tank, by the way. Still pretty competent late war, but not as good. We haven't seen a lot of late war stuff yet arriving for the Panzer Division. We need just a Biobox Panzer. And a Vampire Scope. That's about it.
What are your orders?
Panzer IV J is present here still. So it's trying to secure the fuel points. Sturmpine is going up the flank here with the Flammenwerfer. Mowing down the squad. No Flammenwerfer left, the guy is dead. Max moves him down. Artillery howitzer also established by the Sturm officer. Sturm tactics gets access to the basic German howitzer, the 10.5 centimeter. Panzer IV J will also provide a big issue. Here's the KV-1. Lots of Soviet equipment being prepared behind it. Another Isu-85. This fuel cache might go up in smokes. I would not stand near to that thing when it's about to blow. I tried to throw an AT grenade, but they couldn't get close enough. Also kind of keeping the Soviets at bay here. Guards arriving here. Unique unit available if you're playing as Rifle Division. You're going to have one of them in the field at a time. Pretty damn potent infantry. Starts at veterans free. And take the fight to basically any other squad if you're equipped properly and positioned properly. Much like the veterans that SS Propaganda can get. Here's the KV. Tiger tank is being prepared, looks down. H-85 hunting the Panzer IV.
Awaiting orders.
Explosive being loaded. Switching targets to the Panzer IV. There we go, Panzer IV GA down. He wants to be demobilized by something, probably the Beerbox Panzer. Oh, he got the Stuk! It's immobilized, but it's still holding. That's the power of the KV, everyone. Oh, gun is out! And that's exactly what these Panzer or Volksgrenadiers needed. And they got it. Tiger tank almost on the battlefield. Heavy German tank. Very fearsome tank. Had a deadly reputation, but it's actually not as good as people think.
We are losing a sector.
It's very good at long distance fighting, that's for sure. H-85 trying to hunt down the Stuka, but it doesn't have good sight without infantry. Yeah, now it has sight. Good flanking shot.
Guards troops ready for action.
More Fonsaviki arriving on the battlefield. The Soviets are securing territory now.
Listen up, men.
Let's see if the Tiger tank will be able to turn this around. And the Germans are doing pretty decently, considering.
Panzer ready for orders. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Another Panzer II Lukes coming onto the field. Artillery called in on a German position there. Guards are falling back because of the autocannon. Lots of cover in their retreat path.
We have lost a pack gun. Fall on fire.
They're still threatening a lot of this position, but there's a Tiger tank arriving. Heroes are pushing across with their officer leading the way. But the Soviets are moving up to meet them. Captain has ordered a charge. The Tiger is here. Oh, penetration from the Mthis. The Soviets are losing a lot of troops on this. Soviets have to pull back, I think. The southern flank looks like the Mthis is also taking losses. It's hard to keep a track on all this. There's a lot of action going on. The Soviets have suffered heavy losses on the northern flank there. But Soviets have secured the southern flank for now from the Waffen-SS. Howitzer is firing. It's aiming to try and take out the SU, I think. But okay, KV-1 arriving for the Soviet Union. Stuka being used again for anti-infantry duty.
Heavy machine gun!
Tank destroyer here.
You need to be cautious of that SU-85. More funds are being prepared by the Rifle Division.
Assault gun in the fight.
He's bleeding to death.
Tiger is operational again. Second SU-85. There's a Soviets want to stop being, gonna want to stop any any German armor. Elbfungerad. Just looking at the 8th SS Cavalry, actually, if you're playing as Storm. Rarely see those guys ever. Oh, max him down. Mattcasting begin an MG42 to help deal with the Soviet infantry. Soviet force here. KV-1 behind them. Don't think you should expect the KV-1 to be able to fight against the Tiger, though. KV-1 may be a pretty good tank, but it's not going to match up against the Tiger. Most assuredly not. Panzergrenadiers in the center.
Specially outfitted Panzer IV command tanks are now available.
Assault gun in the fight.
She was unable to hit the Panzer. They want up here against the Tiger. Good shot from the Tiger. Panzer IV command tank pushing up. There's the assist battery.
Yes, comrade.
Ready for orders.
Prepared for action.
Sturmtiger coming up for the Waffen-SS. I think I'll have to put the battle completely in the favor of the Germans. Sturmtiger is exceptionally powerful. Forward HQ down.
Combat engineers are standing by.
There's definitely been a lot of action this time. I like to see it. High explosive loader on the issue. Sturmgrenadiers are going for a Panzerfaust. Get out of range. Yeah, they couldn't get it off. Stolen Panzer strike on the guards. Okay, very fascinating. Tiger tank pushing up. Not sure the Soviets can make a comeback from this.
We have emergency reserves at the ready.
Guards down. Especially once the Sturmtiger hits the field. That's gonna be the end of the Soviets, I think. But one SU-85 is being relocated northwards, with some Siberian guards acting as recon. They have really good side range, as you can see.
You're ready. Send orders.
An anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
Comrade. Crew, get ready.
Oh, Stugi knows where they are, so he's just targeting the ground. Polonians pushing up, but the SU-85 is here. Oh, it missed. Where's the Tiger? There it is. Oh, good shot there from the Mthis. '85 going for a shot. No penetration. Panzer IV going in for the kill. J down.
Heavy machine gun team prepared for combat.
Sturmtiger is on the field.
Receiving effective fire.
185 is aiming for this 2G. Oh, Stugi survived the shell. Will the Sturmtiger take a shot? Just getting into position so far. Panzer IV command tank going in for the kill.
Lost!
Oh, 85's not gonna get out of there, I think. One's been immobilized. This might be the end of the Soviets. Sturmtiger is firing.
All complete.
Good shot. I think this is definitely the end of the Soviets. And looks like one of them has to go. Well, this was quite an intense match. Well, this was certainly something. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye-bye.